Okay, so what is this? One of the first things that you have to do when you see a benzene ring with any kind of carbon coming off of it is count the carbons. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our rule is if it's 7 carbons or more, benzene becomes phenol. Phenyl, sorry. Okay? And then it becomes the chain. So the shortest way to this chain, this side chain, is 1, 2, 3. So this would be 3 phenyl. What 7 carbons? Kept. Okay, 3 phenyl heptane.
Can we go back to that for a second, please? That was way easier than I thought it was going to be, not gonna lie. I was a little scared when you drew that, but I just didn't get the rest of it.
Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go the other way. We're going to have the name and we have to draw the structure. If it doesn't indicate to you how to draw it the way it makes the most sense to you. For me, that will always be a line diagram, but don't make that be the only way you do it. If you're comfortable with a structural or a condensed structural or however you want to do it that way. Okay, so we start with the root. So benzene, so we're going to start with this. And then it says at number 2, there's an ethyl, and at 1 and 4, there's a dimethyl. So 1, I'm just arbitrarily picking a starting point. 1, 2, 3, 4 is methyl, and at 2, there's an ethyl. Okay?
I actually did this like this weekend. I actually did it.
So if you were to draw it as a structural or a condensed structural, you would have your carbons. This one here has a carbon as a methyl group. This one here, how many hydrogens is this one going to have around it? Each one needs to have 4.
1,
2.
It's going to have 2. Right? Because here's a carbon, it's coming in and it's going out, so these 2 need to be hydrogens. Okay? What about this carbon? How many hydrogens is this carbon going to have?
1.
1. What about this one?
2.
Well, what are we dealing with? We're dealing with a benzene ring, aren't we? So is this still there?
It's CH, yeah, there's only 1.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4. That hydrogen doesn't exist.
The one under it.
This one here,
Yeah,
1,
it's
2, 3, 4. This one is 1, 2. This one has a methyl group. So what about this one? Does this have a hydrogen?
No.
What about this one? 1, 2, 3, 4. This one here, 1, 2, 3, 4. What about this one?
I'm not going to talk about that one.
1, 2, 3, 4. So that one doesn't have a hydrogen on it. You're always looking for 4 bonds to it. We'll write that one so it's not so confusing.
So then we'd know where to write the bonds because number 1 is a methyl, so you put the 1 bond on the methyl. Like how does that work? How do you
Yeah, we could have gone this way.
Condensed is like the C.
We
because
just
doesn't the bonds, like when you're naming it, doesn't the bonds come?
double bond always starts on number 1, but we could have gone this way. We could have made this one too. It doesn't matter how the double bonds go in there, but as long as you have one coming off of the 1.
So then does that change the condensed? Like, cause so now so if I have it like this, now I have to write in the H's or no? Like are the H's just
You have, if you write it in a condensed, you have to write in the H's. You can't
Okay.
leave them off.
so then I would figure this like so if I was doing it I would put the 1 like I would start because it's every other thing that has a double bond, so then I would start by putting the double bond on the where the methyl is because that says 1. Is that like the correct way to do it? Okay.
Okay? So make sure that this isn't the only way you know how to do something. It'll be the only way I draw it, but make sure it's not the only way you know how to do it.
For once,
Okay.
that's actually the better way for me to do it.
You what?
The line drawing, I don't like the line drawing for anything else besides these.
The first day you did that, I was like,
I'm
holy
like,
crap.
no,
I was like, no,
I think I'm
never.
just gonna draw cam.
And now it's my favorite way.
I know, it's so much simpler, right? But you need to remember that there's hydrogens off of
Oh,
here.
I still go through 5 steps to try and figure out everything, but after that, I know the hydrogens, it's fine.
Here's
It
what you
looks
gotta
so pretty
remember.
and minimalistic.
Okay, this one here says 2-phenyl octane. This is our root, which means what?
8.
8 what?
Carbons.
In what kind of a chain?
Normal.
But it says A and E. So there's no double or triple bonds. They're all single bonds.
What kind of line is it actually?
Octane?
Is it just like regular? You're like, cause like, in what sort of shape? You asked?
Yeah, so it's no double bonds. It's a straight chain hydrocarbon.
So it actually is just.
Okay? And then we have on number 2, we have a phenyl.
And
Go away. So where my smart word working would be great. It's supposed to look like a phenyl group. Okay? We can put it here. Nothing says that this isn't number 1, but we read left to right, so convention is to put it here.
10.
Okay? Lots of people tend to freak out over this and they'll put this as 7. Okay? Or they'll put this as 7. I've seen this lots where if the phenyl group is here, they'll put this as 7.